Good morning, my name is Amanda and I am the creator and designer behind Little Forest Makes. This is my little weekly vlog where I will share whatever I'm working on, whatever I'm reading, pretty much whatever I get up to throughout the week. I have been full-time as a designer since May last year, so May 2025, and it's been it's been a huge adjustment and it's been amazing, and I'm very grateful to be able to do it with the support of my partner. It's not full-time wage by any stretch yet, but you know, maybe one day. I have got couple little updates from what I worked on over the weekend. So when I left you last time, I said that I was going to my friend's kind of garden party that she was having on Friday. Now, I wanted something that could keep my hands busy but I didn't need to pay much attention to, and all of the projects that I have on the go at the minute that I could remember, they require stopping, referring to a pattern or writing things down if it's one of my own designs, and I thought they're not really suitable. Then I remembered that I had started this just before Christmas, maybe in November, and it is a half and half triangles wrap by Purl Soho. Now I am halfway through a row because that seems to be my norm, but I've done one half of the triangle in its entirety, and I am now working on the other half. I am using a 3mm pair of needles, and it's the woolly knit hanks of yarn that you can get. So the first one that I'm using is this dark blue, showing up a lot darker on camera, but it's a dark blue with flecks through it. And then the other side I'm using this burnt orange rust colour. And when I picked this up, I wonder if I can show you. So this is the edge. I can't remember how many stitches I was slipping at the edge, and something tells me that I'm now doing it differently. But this is where I was, and then this is how much I've done since Friday, basically. So yeah, I'm looking, this is just for me as it stands just now. I might end up gifting it at some point. However, for now, it's just for myself, and I think instead of casting on one of the recommended stitch counts, I think I kind of went somewhere in the middle. Jelly, leave it. I went somewhere in the middle, and I went for, I think it was 200 stitches. But I have seen that when you block them, because it's garter stitch, they grow quite a bit. And I've been knitting on that because I don't really need to look at my stitches. I've been knitting on that whilst I'm reading. And I think I had started this at the end of the last vlog, the Dungeon Crawler Carol, the first book. I'm obsessed with it. I'm halfway through the first one, and I've been able to just sit and do some knitting whilst I'm reading on that. Now, Saturday and some of Sunday was a bit of a write-off. I'm not entirely sure why, but I ended up with a very bad flare-up on the Saturday. And again, I'm still kind of learning what triggers my condition and things like that. However, all we did on the Friday was sit in the garden. When it comes to alcohol, I think over the course of maybe 5 hours, maybe longer, I had 3 drinks. So I'm really not entirely sure like what's happened there. But I was very, very, very sore. A lot of ugly crying and feeling sorry for myself. But we rested and Sunday wasn't as bad. And today I'm feeling a little bit better. We do have one of my youngest son's friends coming over today. So I think that'll be fun. A little bit hands full, but he's really, really sweet. So I don't mind as much. Then Tuesday is a rest day in terms of like going out and doing things. Wednesday we have a science show that we're going to go and see, so that's going to be really good as well. And then I'm going to book myself in for Thursday as being a rest day. What else? I've got some notes because last week I think I totally forgot to even introduce myself and all that stuff. We'll get there eventually. So last night I decided to pick up my Fanta Stitch because I missed the texture of the yarn. So this is, I can't remember, I think it's Drops Flora, the one that's got the wool and alpaca mix. So it's very, very soft and I just love it. And after working with some rustic fibres for quite a while, I wanted to go back to something that was a little bit more luxurious feeling. So again, I'm partway through a row, so you can't see much, but this is where we're at with this beautiful big piece. And there's mistakes in it. I'm past caring. So I managed to get maybe 4 or 5 rows in that last night, but I'm at the point where there's over 400 stitches on the needles now. So yeah, I'm just loving it. I think this is going to be a favourite. Are you coming up, Miss Bean? Chilly, are you coming up? I think we need to get your nails cut. You're walking about and it sounds like you're on high heels. Are you coming? Come say hi. Can you come and say hi? No? Oh, she's a good girl cuddling in. So yeah, I managed to get some stitches done on that. I've got my little list here. My plans for this week. I want to finish the Patreon pattern for September. I know that I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but I think that, as I mentioned previously, that's going to work really well for me in terms of if I have health issues go on, if life just gets busy, to have a couple like in the bank that's ready to go, I think is going to be really good at taking that pressure off. So plus the design that I'm working on for September is very, very cute. Yes. So I think I want to get that done this week if I can. Look at this ear. You see it? I love a beagle ear. I also want to work on my sweater test. I think if I've still got a photo, I'll pop a photo in of what the finished piece will look like. And I've got my colours picked out and I had made a start on that. So I didn't get to touch that last week, so I want to maybe dedicate a full day of crafting until the evening time. The evenings are for whatever I want to work on, but I think dedicate a day of crafting for that sweater, get a good dent in that. And the third thing that I want to work on this week is my crochet shawl design. I've decided that that's what I want to get finished first, and then I'll go back to pipping and things like that, pipping the pigeon. For those that don't know, if I have a photo, I'll put them in for what I've got of them so far. But yeah, I'm very much just following whatever's making me happy to work on at the minute, and trying not to give myself too many goals for the week, because I noticed that last week and probably the week before I gave myself a list of like 5 or 6 things that I wanted to get done, and then I mean the ADHD and then the fibro, it's it's amazing that I get anything done, like with the concentration and following whatever's shiny, and then the fatigue and the pain and whatever. Like, it's just, I'm making excuses, aren't I? But I thought, let's make a small, more manageable list, and then if I'm ticking some things off, it will make me feel a wee bit more productive. So that is what I'm going to do. But in my typical fashion, I have a cup of coffee and I'm going to finish up a row on this because, like I said, I'm halfway through a row, and watch a little bit of TV, and then we're going to get dressed and we're going to get ready for the day. So I'll check in when there's updates. Good morning and happy Tuesday. I apologise for having to stick you in this little corner of the kitchen, but it is just after 7 in the morning and my house is having all kinds of different sunlight coming in, and you can tell from previous videos that I don't normally care about that, but it was so bad. So I've got up. Yesterday I said something about, working on things that I want to in the evening, like little personal projects like that. I couldn't even do that last night. All I wanted to work on was my shawl design. And this is where we're at so far. I'm loving it so much. So I think yesterday I had just started this white section. So I've managed to get all that done yesterday. It was pretty much the only thing I worked on yesterday. And I'll be honest, I really want to try and get it finished this week. I like the idea of getting it out for testing and things, or getting it blocked even, just to get a proper feel for how it's going to lie. But I'm really excited. I've not decided fully what I want to name it yet, but I've already got ideas for all these other ones. I've got different colour combinations. I've got some yarn and stash already. And I think maybe later on this week I'll draw one out properly that I have in mind. But yeah, for today that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to work a little bit more on this shawl, and I'll keep you updated on the progress if anything exciting happens or if I finish it. Miss Chili Bean has just come over and done big dog stretches, haven't you? And she's going to ask me for her dentist stick now, so will we get that sorted? And we'll get my coffee sorted? Yeah, I'll see you soon. Hello, I wanted to pop in because I've been having some thoughts and I'm hoping that you can't hear my youngest upstairs gaming at the minute. He does a lot of shouting, so if you can, I do apologise. So I've been working some more on my shawl design, and I think I'd said to you just previously that I'm leaning towards calling it the Lomond shawl, and nothing was quite feeling right. And then it hit me a couple hours ago, and then I had to have a nap because I didn't sleep great, and then when I woke up I was still thinking about this particular name, and as I've been sitting working away on it, the more I think about it, the more it just feels right. So I think I'm going to name this first design the Auchinleck shawl, and I'll put the spelling here. Now, Auchinleck, for those that know, it's not a particularly, I don't think it's particularly big, but it's a crucial point, and it's an important place. It is where my parents grew up. It's where my grandparents lived, and I don't know. I was thinking about the shawl and I was thinking about, do I name it in honour of my gran or my gran that's passed, or I kind of want it to represent both of them because both have been really important in my life for different reasons. I've gained different skills and hobbies and loves and things from both of them. And then I was like, but I want to keep it on theme with the rest of the shawls being places that are important to me or places that I love. And Auchinleck just popped into my head and I'm like, why don't I just go with that? So this is going to be the Auchinleck shawl, and as you can see, I'm nearing completion. Again, this kind of bubbled bit here in like the beginning stages, that will block out. I've pinned it all out and it does lie flat nicely without being overstretched. I had to add a lot more increases in this section because I wanted to get that depth before focusing on the width as well, you know. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. I think it suits it, and it's a little tribute to the important women in my life and all that stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to pop on and say we have a name, we know what we're doing, the Auchinleck shawl, and hopefully it's the beginning of I say hopefully, I know it is going to be the beginning of many crocheted shawls to come, because I have the yarn for another 2 sitting there and I've enjoyed it so much that I'm going to be designing them anyway. Whether or not anyone wants to make them, it's a different story. I think I'm making it for me more than anything. But yeah, my son likes this one. My eldest son, he really likes all the different textures that's in it. And yeah, I was a bit sad I couldn't extend this green section wider, because I really like the effect it gives, but I was running out and I thought, you know what, we're going to work with what we've got. I don't want to push it too far. What's your favourite section in it, Archie?
Probably this purple and pink bit.
The purpley pink, the ridged bit?
Yeah.
So this, it kind of looks similar to that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But this is created differently. So it gives the same kind of ridged texture, but this one's a bit more extreme, isn't it? Is it the texture you like or the colours you like?
I just like all. I just like everything. That's just my favourite part.
Thank you. I think the colours go quite well together. It makes me think of... Do you know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of when we used to drive up there as kids. And I don't know if you remember driving up to Auchinleck, to Granny Martha's, and you pass a lot of like big hills, loads of hills and stuff, and there's always like wee shrubbery, heathery parts, and there's rocks, and there's how many sheep on those hills. And it's just, especially because it's got that puff section, it's like
sheep.
It is like sheep. So yeah, I think the Auchinleck shawl. What do you think? Yeah, I'm happy, and I'll check in with you soon.
Bye.
Do you like my shawl? Do you like it? Is it a nice shape? Good morning. It is Wednesday and we are just making a second coffee. I woke up this morning and I wasn't really up for filming because I've had a headache starting from last night. My body's aching everywhere and I felt like I can't do this, I don't want to do this, and blah blah blah. And then I thought, do you know what, it just gives that kind of realistic insight of what it's like, I suppose. From day to day it can change so much, and it also provides a bit of a video diary for myself as well. I can't think of anything in particular that's caused the symptoms, but again, at the pain management clinic they did say to me it's okay if there's not always an obvious trigger, and I was like, okay. I quite like that definite, this is what's caused it and this is how we can make it better. So yes, we're having a little slow start to the day. We've got the science show this afternoon with the kids, so that's going to be quite fun. And for the time being, this morning I've been working on my sweater test. So I have, and I immediately made a mistake, but I'm fixing it now, so it's fine. And it was a mistake on my part, not on the test. So yes, gonna go and have this second coffee, see if it gives me a little boost. You can't have coffee. I will see how I feel after this. I might need to take my little breakthrough pain meds if the migraine doesn't kind of go anytime soon, or if it gets worse. I don't think, touch wood, it's not going to get worse because it's at the same kind of level it was at last night. But yes, I'll quickly show you where I'm at. So this is my sweater so far. I'm obsessed with my colours. I think it's going to look so pretty. So yeah, going to sit, watch some YouTube and do this for another wee half hour or so, and then I'll get myself ready for the day. And that's all there is to it. I am just popping in to give a wee update on the I-cord raglan. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. That I'm working on for this test, and it keeps rolling up, so it doesn't look like I've made much progress, but I promise I have. I'm really, really enjoying it. I think that the increases are really, really nice. I'd never done, what is it she called it? A mirrored knit front back. I'd never done that before, so that was a technique that I had to look up, and I think it looks excellent. It's so, I spoke about this before, it's so well written. Even like doing these I-cords as you go, I thought, am I going to be able to do that? And I do feel like I'm quite like a competent knitter, but I was scared. I had no reason to be. Like, everything is so well explained in this pattern. I just love it. And like I've mentioned before, I already want to make a few of these in different colours. It's strange. What I'm finding strange is because I've been knitting on such smaller needles, I feel like these are massive, but they're not. Like, it's, I can't remember, I'm using the called for, oh, I've left my little notebook up there. I'm using the called for needles. I got gauge with those, but it's just because I've been knitting on 3mm recently that it just feels wild, and I like these little bits of texture in between the I-cords as well. I've put my I-cords in a little bun at the minute. It might give them a little kink when I take it out, but we'll just work through that. It was just to kind of keep them tidy and out the road for now. So yeah, just wanted to pop in. I am about halfway through my second ball of this kind of dusky pink colour, and I'm loving it. I'm finding it quite therapeutic to just knit away on. And like I said, I just wanted to really show off those increases because I think they're so nice. They're so neat. and I think it's just gonna really, it's given like simple but chic, if you know what I mean. Like the details have been purposefully thought out, and how can I do this to make it look the best that it can, and it just really shows. And yeah, I just love it. I love my colour combo as well. I think that it's cute. I'm a bit worried because I'm like, is this something that I'll wear? But I've got a couple dresses that the colour scheme will match, and I have been enjoying flinging a jumper on over the top of a dress. So yeah. Bye. Okay, I think I'm finished with the Auchinleck shawl, I think, because my thoughts are that once it's blocked, it's going to grow as well, and I don't want it to be, I want it to be versatile enough that it can be like a big slanket, but you can obviously still wear it as like a big squishy scarf if you wanted. And just now, it's got that, like almost like a long teardrop shape, but it hugs your shoulders nicely as well. Don't know how well you'll see it because the lighting's not great, but I'm thinking that could be quite, is that better? Yeah, I like that a lot. I like the idea of being able to just like throw it around my shoulders when I'm sitting on the couch, or if I wanted to, being able to just fling like a little knot in it and things. So yeah, I think I'm gonna block it. Will we soak it and see? I'm excited. I think the colours are really sweet. It's unfortunate that I can't seem to find anywhere to perch you where it's going to show properly. I don't know if, maybe in here. You're behind a leaf. So yeah, this is what we're looking like. So it's kind of like a big, it's almost like a half circle, but then also like a big, like teardrop. I don't know, but I like it, and I think it's gonna stretch out a good bit as well. So I'm quite happy with how this is looking, and yeah. Do we just go for it? Look at all the different colours. I like as well that you can pull it up a bit. So if I tighten that and then pull that up. Oh! It's like a smiley face. So yeah, that's cozy, comfy cozy. So yeah, I think I'm just going to prep the sink. I don't think I've got a basin big enough for this, so I'm going to give this a soak and block it out. Oh, I'm scared. So we are just about fully dried. This is the final result. I really love how the ends are like kind of curled, the way it curls in a little bit. Loving it. Love it so much. I think the drape on it is lovely. You can kind of see the two lines where I had it draped over the clothes horse there. But I just really like the overall shape. I love the texture, and I love how it feels just nestling on my shoulders like that. It's exactly what I was hoping for in terms of just having like a little wearable blanket that I can just throw on like when I'm sitting on the couch or something, but it's also got enough of a drape that I can tie it more if I wanted. or if I wanted to wear it as like a big scarf, I can do that too. And zhuzh it up a little bit. There. I think that the kind of half circle shawls always work better as a shawl rather than up as a scarf, but that's just personal preference. But I'm really excited about it. I think it washed really nicely and I feel like everything bloomed really nicely. The fibres are looking great. All that wobble that I was scared about in the beginning section is totally flattened out. Like, I've not got any tension on that. I'm just letting that kind of rest, and all those like wavy parts where I had done my increases and things, they've settled, which is nice. And it's got that like where it can sit on your shoulders and then drape down. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I love it. Love it. Good morning. It is a Thursday and I uploaded the reel that I made for the shawl presentation? No? Review? Don't know. I made a reel yesterday and I decided to upload it just there, and I hope people like it. But see, if I'm really honest, I'm so excited to just make all of the shawls. Like, I'm just, obviously I really want people to like them because they mean a lot to me, but that's exactly it. They mean a lot to me. I love them and I'm going to absolutely cherish the shit out of it. So naturally, with Sparkle Brain ADHD, I'm going to perch you here. I don't know if that's going to block the mic. If it does, I'm really sorry. I might have started the next one. Sorry. So, yes, I have made a start to the Barra's shawl. I will maybe put in the little kind of sketch that I done for it. It's just a kind of first idea, just to see how the colours kind of play together and stuff, and to get the overall shape down. But I'm really excited and I'm looking forward to watching that come to life as well. But if I'm really honest, I'm actually just really excited about having a big collection of squishy shawls that I can just wrap myself up in. I'm a cozy girl at heart. Like, I love watching the birds and the flowers and all this stuff when it comes to summertime, but I am in autumn, and the idea of getting all wrapped up, especially living in Scotland, apart from these weird heat waves that we've been getting, we're normally quite chilly, so the idea of having a wee shawl that I can just fling on is really exciting. So yeah, I've got my couple knit ones that I'm working on, my Stephen West ones. I now have a completed Auchinleck shawl, which just fills my wee heart so much. Like, I've designed my first crochet shawl pattern. I did it. So yeah, I am excited to start playing with some different shapes and things and seeing how I can, I don't know, just really play with all the different colour and stuff. So yeah, I'll just keep you updated on it. It is Thursday. I have managed to get some progress done on my sweater test. The only other thing that I had planned to get done this week was to finish September's Patreon pattern. However, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that finished, just because I want to try and keep my weekends free. I'm aware that we've got tomorrow, but I'll play it by ear. I might end up just picking it up but I've been enjoying doing the kind of shawl work and then the jumper work, so we'll wait and see. It's been quite a busy week. My eldest had a sleepover last night, and he's only had one sleepover that's not been with family before this, and it was a while ago, and he was quite anxious, but he done it. He's managed, and he's having a great time. And my youngest, I've just found out this morning, is going for a wee play date with his pal to one of the big soft play centres. So yeah, I might have a wee hour, peace and quiet. I think what I'll do if I do end up with a wee hour is I would quite like to get some reading done, but I think I'll lie down while I'm reading, and then if I nap then so be it. But I think yesterday was quite a lot getting out and about, and I'm feeling it a wee bit today, and I didn't sleep great, so I think if I get the opportunity, a wee rest on the cards. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the week's went so far. Yeah. I want to get dead cheesy and say, oh, life is so good. And it is, but I'm not going to say it because I'll just embarrass myself on the internet. Well, good afternoon. It is Friday, and what has been happening? I've just dropped off the mister in the city centre. He's got a work thing, and yesterday I pretty much spent the day working on the Barras shawl. So, hello. Hello baby. So I started working on the Barras shawl yesterday and got the star portion done. Nothing up here for you. What are you looking for? Hang on. So yeah, I started that, and I'm at the part where I'm turning the star into a pentagon shape, and I've really been enjoying it. I started it, the pentagon part, last night, and I started a new audiobook. I'm a bit all over the place, sorry, can you tell? It's been a bit of a hectic start to the day, and it's a Friday, my brain's gone. So I started and finished the second Murderbot Diaries audiobook yesterday, and then yesterday evening I started a new audiobook whilst working on my new shawl, and I started The Murder After the Night Before or something like that. I can't remember. I'll see if I can find the name and I'll pop it up here. But I was listening to that. I ended up working until like 2 in the morning, just crocheting away, headphones on, lamp on, all cozy. It was great. My storage got full, sorry, I have no idea where I was. So yes, I'm going to now spend the rest of the afternoon working away on that. I'm really enjoying it. I shared on Instagram the Auchinleck shawl, and people really like it and they're interested in having a pattern for it, so I'm going to get that written up at some point and get it out for testing. And yeah, it's just, it feels nice, it feels really good. I still need to make some edits to the Patreon pattern for August. That's fine, I can do that next week. I didn't get the Patreon pattern for September finished because I ended up finishing the shawl, which is fine. I did get some work done on the jumper, which I wanted to get done. So overall, I'm quite happy with how much was accomplished this week. And I've still got the afternoon, and if it's anything like how it has been last night and stuff, and with that Auchinleck shawl, I'm quite happy to sit and work away on that in the evenings and things as well. So we're gonna chill, listen to an audiobook, do some crocheting. Do you want to see it? Yeah, I'll show you. Where am I? Ta-da! Look! There's a stripy shadow because of the lamp that's behind me. But yeah, so I'm starting to straighten those edges out. And yeah, then we can start building on the sides to give it wings. Yeah. So, happy days. Happy. I will check in later, either with updates or a Cheerio, whatever one ends up being. Hello. I just realised that I hadn't talked about this coming month's book club pick. So we have a small book club over on Fable. It's totally free if you want to join. It's called Little Forest Reads, and we are going to be having what I have called the Hoa 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 book club, and it's going to involve reading one of the 4 main Twilight books a month, starting in August until November. And I put together a really super cute little graphic. Don't know why I'm showing you on that, because I can probably just put it on screen. But if you enjoy the Twilight books, if you want a little bit of nostalgia, or if you've never read them and you just want a little bit of fun, it's not a huge commitment. It's 1 book a month. You don't need to read all of them. Like I'd said before about the book club, it is really laid back. It's honestly, you're not getting kicked out if you don't finish the book. I'm not even going to know anyway, so. But it's just a little cosy space to drop a message now and then if you do want to reread them. And yeah, you can find us on Fable at Little Forest Reads. The link for the Fable club is in my bio on Instagram. I don't know if I can put the link in my description. I'll check, because last time I tried to put a link in it wouldn't let me, but I'll give it a go. So yeah, I'm going to be rereading Twilight next month, starting August 1st, and I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be quite cozy. But done that, I've posted that on Instagram, and I done the giveaway winners for, I was having like a little pattern giveaway thing over on Instagram as well, just because why not. So I used the comment picker and it picks 3 random winners, and it's good because there's a record screen option, so it's like, I don't think anyone would think that you're trying to scam or pick favourites or whatever, but it's nice to kind of say, here, it's picked it all for me, I'm not picking who gets them. So yeah, I've been able to post that, and I'm just waiting on the winners getting in touch so that I can get their email addresses and send over whatever patterns it is that they want. So yeah, if you want the chance to win some patterns now and then, maybe come follow me on Instagram. Was that cringe? I feel like it was, but that's okay. What else am I doing? I don't know. I'm having a brain fart, to be honest. I'm feeling like my batteries kind of run out. One hip is in agony, and I'm trying to put a hot water bottle on it, but it's too hot. Like, the day is too hot, the weather is too hot, and I know I'm sitting in a big hoodie, but do you ever get that way when you're not well and you're sore and you want to be wearing big baggy things? You want to just hibernate for a wee while. So I'm complaining about something that I'm bringing upon myself. I think what I'm going to do is, now that I've posted that, I've ticked off those things on my to-do list, I'm just going to finish watching a bit of TV for a bit. I think maybe listen to my audiobook, because I was really enjoying that, and just see how I'm getting on. I've decided I'm going to do some cross stitch and watch some TV for a while. My wrists are getting a bit sore with the crocheting and knitting side of things. I did do some knitting whilst I was reading, because I was just working on garter stitch projects, but I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to make myself scunnered with it, so I'm going to do a bit of stitching. I'm working on something that's for my mum. So mum, if you happen to have found your way onto this side of YouTube, go away. With love, leave. I'm working on this for my mum, because she had mentioned before that she loved it, and she said that it would go with her sitting room colours. You're not going to see it great. I think I have a photo. If I have, I'll put it over, you know, the living room basketball and Swift and yarn winder. So yeah, gonna work on that for a while. I think that'll be quite nice to just sit and stitch away. I've not done it for ages. Like, it's been, gosh, maybe 2 months or something since I've done any cross stitch, maybe. My shoulders are burnt to a crisp from last week. I'll loosen you more. Yeah. So I'm going to get all comfy on the couch. I've just made a coffee, as you've seen, and yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Being lazy today, kinda. I've done, in the cupboard of doom there is a tumble dryer, and that's it letting me know it's finished. I've done like one load of washing. I made dinner, but I don't want to do anything else. Not up for it. So we will check that washing, see if it's dry, and get comfy with some cross stitch for a while. I got my fringe trimmed, and you can see all the glitter. Well, we call it glitter. My cow's lick there, that's insane, isn't it? But yeah, got my fringe cut, eyebrows plucked. Just need to sort my moustache, but I can't be bothered. So anyway, I'll catch up at some point. Good morning. It is Saturday, and I'm going to keep this very quick because I had to take a certain beagle's dentist. In fact, do you guys mind? I know she's going to be eating in the background, but hopefully you won't hear her too much. I'll keep it quiet. She's got it back. I just wanted to pop in to show you something that was last night's progress. It's Pippin. I am very happy with how he is turning out. And next up is his tail, and I want to include the bands on his tail as well. I think that type of pigeon, is it a feral pigeon they call it, with the stripes? They have the bands on their tail feathers as well, I'm sure, but I'll need to double check. So I'm gonna have a look at that and get him a tail, and then it's just on to making his little jacket, because I want to make him like a little yellow raincoat or something. I think would be very cute. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'm gonna go and get this edited and uploaded. Yeah. Thank you so much for spending the week with me. Like I said, these videos, I don't know how entertaining they are, or if it's just a bit of background for while you're working on something, but either way, I really, really appreciate you spending the time with me and being here. So yeah, if you liked this video, all the YouTube stuff, give it a like. If you don't mind, subscribe if you want to see what I got up to next week, or keep up to date with whatever I'm working on. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Love you, bye.